Yeah, we knew we were going to need everybody. It was a great rebound game. Everyone was engaged, involved, winning the battles, doing whatever they could to chip in for a win, and we had to have it if we were going to beat that team. And some big individual efforts, obviously, you need that as well. But everyone was involved, and it was a good win.
How about that save by Rance in the first period when it's 0-0?
Yeah, Rance obviously been good all series, and he made a couple timely saves tonight, and just another piece that we needed to get a W.
Yeah, there have been some, obviously, as we talked about, some wider scores in the series, but that was a close game, right down to the last seconds. Really, is there a sense of relief in getting out of that, or just exuberance in advancing? And how hard fought a series was it, honestly?
Yeah, it was a very tough team. All series was back and forth, and a lot of momentum changes and different stuff that you kind of have to deal with mentally. And I thought our group was getting better at as we went. And tonight was another one that we kind of just stayed as on track like we wanted to in Game 6. It didn't happen, but we stayed on track and played our game, for the whole game. And that's what we have to do, obviously, if we want to keep moving forward in this playoff. And we knew it was going to be a tight game. I know it was some big wins here and there, but that game was expected to be tight, I think.
How much do you relish the chance to get to go head to head with Bergeron in a Game 7 instead of them dodging you a bit like they did back in Boston?
Yeah, what a player! What a good line, and dangerous every time they go on the ice. So my line we're so solid. They're very smart with the puck, and we made sure, obviously, we created a couple of good chances, but obviously taking away theirs was our number one goal. And that line is very difficult, very hard to play against, and it was nice to be on the good side of it.
What are your emotions to be like watching the Penguins and the Rangers tomorrow, knowing you might be going back to Pittsburgh?
Oh, it is what it is. We'll play either one. We're both good teams, so I don't think a playoff series, I guess, against Pittsburgh would be different for sure, if that's what you're going with. But I think it'll be exciting, and either team are going to be tough opponents, and we're excited to just be moving on.
Did you feel like the team effort in this game kind of speaks to the overall character of the team, just the kind of story of the season that you guys have had?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've got a group that's deep, and we've got a group that's especially, like I said, in this time of the year, you're going to need everybody, and everyone chipped in the right way in different plays. So it's the culture that we want to build here, and everyone was working hard and finding a way to help the team out.
What was Rod's demeanor before this game? I know people think he's kind of this loud guy, but I also think he's calm. Like, what was his demeanor?
Yeah, no, he was. Would it be weird to say he never really changed? He's the same thing every day, and he expects the same thing every day. And what we've built here is the way we've played from Game 1 till now. It's what we want, the way we want to play. So whether it's a Game 7 or the 50th game of the season, he says the same thing, and it's the same message, and it's that desire to play for each other and play hard, and really just bring it. And I thought everyone brought it tonight.
In the big picture, is there a sense of satisfaction in doing to the Bruins what they've done to you guys lately, and getting past them?
Doesn't hurt. Obviously, we definitely a sour taste against those guys. They took what we wanted a couple times away from us. So especially for most of the guys in that room. So like I said, it's nice to be on the right side on that one, and against a really good team.
The home team won every game in the series. How much did the biggest crowd in history give you guys energy tonight?
Yeah, our fans are nuts, and it's so loud in there, and it's so much fun to play. I mean, I'm getting the chills already. It's exciting. It's what you want as a player. It's what you dream about, and man, our fans have been unbelievable. I know it's going to get even better. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, great addition to the group. Just a great dude, and he fits our mold, and he's a guy that's ready and willing to work and do whatever it takes. And it's nice to see him get rewarded with some big goals and big moments for our team. And we're going to need special moments like that from everyone throughout this run if we want to keep moving on. So great to see him chip in with that. And he's a heck of a player. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so there was an inevitability to going to the postseason for most of this group. And that wasn't a sure thing for you until the deadline. And you could tell that you were maybe the most excited guy because you were getting a chance that maybe wasn't there right before. What does this mean at this level to Game 7 to have the performance you had and move on and keep playing?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I was pretty lucky to come to a team like this and didn't take it for granted. Very fortunate. So it was a fun stretch down the end there. Got to kind of get adjusted and get comfortable. But I mean, obviously that was a heck of a series by our whole team. And I tip your cap to Boston. They played outstanding. And I mean, they got some veteran players there they're the real deal, obviously. I mean, guys that I looked up to for a long time. So to be able to come out on top in Game 7 is great. It's a huge win. I mean, we got everyone going tonight. We got to get ready to go for the next one now.
You tied the family record for goals in a postseason tonight.
Did I?
Yeah, your dad had 2 in the year.
Cool.
Did you get a sense after you got the first one that things were going your way?
No, I think, I mean, in the playoffs, you got to have a pretty short memory. And I mean, like I said, they're a great team. We knew it was going to be a tight game tonight. Both teams had everything on the line. And I mean, we found ways to score and capitalize on the chances we had. So overall, I mean, you look at the first one, that's a heck of a play by Slavo and Turbo buried it. So it was a big goal. And then I'm not sure who it was, but maybe Shazy and Jordo tipped it and was just kind of sitting on the second one. And on the third one, that's an unbelievable play by Vinny and the forecheck and an even better pass by Turbo. So I was just the lucky guy in the end of it for all three. So overall, we'll take it and huge win.
You feel like your performance tonight kind of speaks to how anybody, any given night can be the hero for a game?
That's what we're all about, honestly, is we have 4 lines in 6D and 2 goalies and guys aren't even in the lineup that can make a difference. So when you have that going, it's fun to be a part of. It really is. And I mean, that's why no matter what, we come in waves and every guy's new hero every night. Not that stuff really matters, but overall, we had guys step up tonight and game before that. So yeah, it's massive.
After you scored your first goal, did it sink in that was your first playoff goal? And is that something that you thought about during the game and before the second goal?
Nah, not really. There's a little bit more on your mind than that. Obviously, like I said earlier, you got to have a pretty short memory, and it's all about winning. And it's a 60-minute game for a reason. So ultimately, when you get a lead like that, you can't take too much time to reflect on it and sit on it. And I think our group did a great job of that tonight. They made it interesting at the end there, but when you got Rance back there and the decor we do, and you guys like Stalzy and Nino and Quickie out there, I mean, they lock it down pretty good. So overall, I mean, it was great effort by everyone, and it's just massive.
Did you switch up anything about your routine this morning? Any traditions?
No, it's and honestly, it's just like any other game. I know it's Game 7, and everyone hypes it up and whatnot, but and part of being a pro is you prepare the same way, and I mean, that's how you kind of stay even keel, not just through a game, but through a whole series. There's going to be some adversity, and individually and as a group, you got to learn to, kind of manage that wave of adversity. And I think, starting from the leadership group we have, everyone found a way to do that. So that's how you win series. And it took us till the very last game, but we'll take it.
What have you liked about
Sorry? I mean, you got to give a shout out to this crowd here. It's unbelievable. I've never been a part of a rink or an electric atmosphere like that before. So we don't take that for granted. And they're just as much a part of, these victories and obviously the series win as any player was. We're very lucky to have the Caniacs in our corner, and we had some fun tonight, and I know they did too. So looking forward to some even more fun in the future here.
Max, this is the dream, right? I mean, big goals, Game 7. You think about it your whole life, as a hockey player, and you got it done today.
yeah, this is why we play, right? It's all about winning, and I mean, games like this, it's do or die. So you think of these kind of moments. I mean, as a kid, yeah, it's fun to be a part of, and we'll enjoy it tonight. And then we're getting back to work tomorrow. So that's the beauty of playoffs is you get to keep playing. So I'm looking forward to seeing who we play next, and I'm sure it's going to be even a tougher matchup, and got to elevate our game, which I'm confident I know we will. We're a confident group, and just got to keep getting better every day.
This was the first game set in this building in 16 years. What is it? Plays
Oh,
such a
wow.
big role in keeping that.
I think our whole team, I mean, stepped up, and like I said earlier, got to give credit to the fans. They knew how big this game was, and I think they deserve it. This team deserves a win tonight, and I mean, they've played so hard all year, and Roddy talks about it all the time. And so do the older guys in this locker room is they play. I mean, I only got to play 20 games at the end of the year, but they play the same way for 82 games, and that's a playoff like hockey style. So as soon as game one starts in the playoffs, usually teams have to adjust a little bit and kind of get their game even higher level. Nothing changes for these guys, and kind of the same thing for the fans. And overall, when you got that, recipe, it's usually, pretty successful. So that's what you saw tonight.
Thanks, Thomas.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Everything felt good, but when they got the second one, it was probably the longest 20 seconds, in my life for sure. When the puck got back deep and they got their chance, and it was just a scramble till the end. But when the buzzer sounded, it was obviously probably the best feeling in a long time, and just a big relief also for sure.
You look a little emotional right now. What are you thinking about?
Yeah, it's obviously it's big one for sure to get this series done and get the series win. When Freddie got hurt, it was kind of like, okay, now it's a chance for me to show what I can do in the big stages. And starting from the game one, I think my game was pretty good. Obviously today, lots of battling and just grinding it out, and guys were playing amazing today. In front of me, killed the penalty when we needed, and a lot of block shots, a lot of rebounds, took care of those. So yeah, it's a pretty nice feeling for sure.
That early save on Pasternak, what did you kind of see there?
You mean that 2-on-1?
Or on Hall, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Halla was coming with a lot of speed, and then I don't know, was it instincts or something? You just feel that he's went to his backhand, and then it just, when you saw the pass going, you just tried to do something, try to get something in front, and I was able to get my leg there and keeping it out from the net, and it's like this series when it was huge for us to get the first goal, and I think that kind of calmed us down a little bit also, and then we pretty much went from there. It's always you try to make those saves and give your team the chance to score the first one and get the lead, and especially in the playoffs, it's a big one. Get the lead, don't have to chase the game, and so it was obviously nice to make that save for sure.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. From where you're standing during the game, how different is the game when Bergeron's on the line, when Jordan Staal's the guy who's chasing him around, and that whole line? I don't want to make it just about Jordan, but when that whole line, and also Shea and Pescier shadowed them most of the series.
Yeah, it's we had our troubles in games when we played in Boston, and they had their last chance and change, and I think that was I think we did a pretty good job, even though they were pretty deadly in those games in Boston, and but yeah, Chordo's line did a great job. It's pucks deep and just forechecking and keeping the pucks there. So when you get those guys to defend a lot, it will take the little bit out from the offensive plays. So I think that was a big for us to to get our number one line there.
People step up, Max, yourself. You and Freddie was in a game with the Gems Trophy win. And how have you guys been talking throughout, this game for this one? And change potential to share with us in the future?
Yeah, it's since probably day one. Obviously Freddie, when we started the season, Freddie was unbelievable straight away, and I was kind of fighting my way back to the game, and there was some ups and downs early on in the season, and then I think since the All-Star break, it started to feel like I was also contributing there, and I think guys started to trust me also, and they knew I was able to show that I can also do the job, and I think when the playoffs started, obviously you have the confidence as a group, and when one of the best goalies in the league goes down in an injury, it's obviously it's gonna sting a little bit, but like we've been playing the whole year, the team in front of me is doing a great job, so I just try to do my job and help the guys to get the win.
Monty, it's been an emotional year for you in a lot of different ways, starting the preseason. Just talk about, does that make all of this happen? You special?
Yeah, for sure. Before the game, we were talking with Paulie, and we always have the little chat before the game, and pretty much told that whatever happens today, your old man in the wherever he's watching, he's super proud, and that I think that was the last thing to kind of get in your head, and whatever happens today, it was just obviously great to get the win, and have my kids in the stand, and a lot of people texted me straight away after the game. A lot of people in Finland was staying awake for today's game, so yeah, it's great. It's obviously it would be great if my dad would be here, and he would see this, but I'm sure he's somewhere, and he's super happy.
This is what you dreamed about, winning goal with your daughter.
Exactly. Yeah, it's yesterday when after the practice you got home, and you were thinking about today's game. It was just these guys make you forget the hockey, and they keep you busy, and sometimes they're a little bit too wild, but you take that, and you just try to stay with them, and be a role model, and it's awesome to go home every time, because they don't really care about if we won or lose, but they're always super proud. So yeah, it's special for sure.
Okay, thanks, man.
Awesome. Thank you.
Jacob, can you put together a better team effort than what you guys did tonight?
It was a huge effort all around, top to bottom. Starts with the goaltending, that was huge, and I mean everyone played their hearts out, and that's what we needed. So proud of all the guys.
What's the sense? I mean, you guys let this get down to a game 7, but you're also advancing. Kind of what's the mood and in the excitement of potentially playing the Penguins and Rangers?
Game 7, game 4, 5, 6, whatever it is. I mean, you're advancing, which is the best thing. And so, yeah, we're gonna rest up over the next couple of days and get ready for the next one. I mean, that's all we can do. But the guys played their hearts out, and yeah, it was awesome.
How about that? Go ahead.
When you think about unlikely game 7 heroes, do you see any similarities to what Max Domi did today, what Brock did for you guys at Washington in 2019?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say that. I mean, we all know Maxie's a heck of a player, and so it kind of seemed like him coming out of his bubble there, which is awesome. And so that's great, and hopefully continue to be great going forward for us. But I mean, two huge goals, and just, I mean, he had 3 points on the night, so that's huge. And yeah, I mean, it takes everybody, whether it's him or Fishy. I mean, I think everyone would still be just as happy. And so it was a full team effort.
All right, thanks all.
Thanks, guys.